Glue piece for this Kentucky roster here early on, and misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Ahead of the pack, gets English, and Johnson blocks it off the backboard.
What a block by Jasper. And again, as you can see, Jasper Johnson just times that up perfectly, gets it.
They've been looking for Brandon Garrison a couple times on the last few possessions, but Jasper Johnson uses the teardrop for 2. Jasper Johnson still trying to find his footing on this Kentucky roster. A little bit buried on the depth chart, but taking advantage of the opportunity as he gets 4 here in the early stages.
That's what he does. That's what he does. You're going to be able to do with him. Look at that pity pat. Stop. I'm a lefty, guys. And there it is. Nice lay by Jasper.
Get a good look. 10 seconds remain in this first half.
Comes out in the zone.
Johnson up top for Brandon Garrison. The emphatic slam into the post for Marino. Back out for Aberdeen, who's been the catalyst to this offensive barrage. Johnson hits it.
Let's pass. Step in, 3-point shot in rhythm.
Under 12 to go, Kentucky enjoying a 15-point lead. Jasper Johnson, he'll fire a 3. Yes, from Jasper Johnson. Clean it up. Jasper Johnson got to the elbow, backs it out. Now on a handoff from Marino, drains the 3. Lowe almost threw it right to me. I wouldn't have made that shot. Top of the key. Jasper wants the lob, finds Marino on a dunk. To it.
One of the few open threes that Beth has been able to get.
Another lob at the basket, finished by Garrison. And a good finish by Tupuola.
Yeah, that's, I think Valpo, once they get in their league.
Oh, Jasper Johnson in transition knocks down a triple. In and out.
Yeah, Eastern Illinois is really going to have to set really solid screens if they want to get open shots, open looks. Here's an open look for Jasper. Johnson there, knocks it down. Great skip pass from Colin Chandler.
Kentucky in front by 41. 5 minutes to go here. Jasper Johnson on a feed from Noah. Down the lane, wrapping around and rattles it home.
He's so good at playing at that pace. In the second half. I wonder if it's a minutes restriction type deal.
You have to wonder that because Elder did not play in any of the first 3 games for Eastern Illinois as Jasper Johnson steps into a triple.
That's what he does.
Austin is no good. He heard us talking about his 2-point shooting, and that's another one inside the paint. Give and go there. Jasper thought about the 3, instead drives. Jasper, a floater, laying it up for Yelovich, who jams it in.
That is such good basketball.
There for weak side rim protection. Kind of thing that'll make a coach crazy. Johnson doesn't do much for fans either. Give and go, and it works, and a chance for 3 for Jasper Johnson.
You know, all that off a post touch.
And connect.
Just too big of a crowd over there. He should have just taken the ball screen, moved the ball.
And now, for one of the few times tonight, Michigan State does not get back quickly, and it costs them, and Tom Izzo calls a timeout. Twins, Brennan and Colin are into the game, as is Nick Sanders. Speaking of football, son of the Hall of Famer Barry Sanders. A deep 3 there for Jasper Johnson.
In the corner, Johnson. No doubt. Set the feed, he's open. Nice lob in the finish by Garrison. So how about this? You got Johnson running some point here. Straight away. Bottom.
Johnson, other than Colin Chandler, second leading 3-point shooter on the team coming into this game.
Here's Stemke. Missed everything. Williams with a rebound.
Cam Williams might come close to a double-double tonight.
Johnson with a nifty move. Got it. Count it. And 1. Let's take a look and see how he did that. Seven minutes left.
Well, in that zone.
Ooh. Some fancy moves there by Johnson. The lob to Marino.
Great job by Jasper Johnson.
And how they want him to catch the ball on the run, meet the ball, run through it.
Lob, and there's a run through and a dunk for Ortega Owe.
That's one way to run through the pass right there.
Marino whips it down to Johnson, who's able to get to the rim and finish.
Yeah, he was lost under the basket for a good 5 seconds there. Kentucky, they grew up a Kentucky fan or not, know just how important it is to put on that jersey.
Yelovich up front to Johnson. And an off balance, off the rim shot by Jasper Johnson, his second bucket of the night.
For the preseason, had bad years. It's just other people had more breakout, valuable years, and oftentimes it's based on how good the team did as well.
Nice reverse for Jasper Johnson.
Tough to defend. Who you keying on? Who you try to take away if you're an opponent?
6 different leading scorers in the first 6 games of the season for Kentucky. Johnson with 2 on the shot clock. Yes, sir! Jasper Johnson going OTE on us. He's got 2 triples this half.
That was nasty. Just behind the back a couple times, shakes the defender. He's going to do this on his own, late shot clock. Ooh. What are you going to do about that, man?
He's doing a great job trying to contain them and keep the ball away from them.
I think similar to Michigan State, it was very physical with Wilson, in particular that second half.
Wriggling free underneath for the basket. 2 points for Jasper Johnson.
They're going to have to dog, scratch, and fight on the defensive end and just be one of those tight clubs, I think.
Johnson's going to think about it. Now he'll fire. That was contested, but he buried it.
He has a really good stroke.
And we're paying that guy what?
Or we're paying this team this much?
And they're doing this?
That is real pressure now in college basketball.
Not on these individual young men or kids, if you will.
Yeah, and the coach.
Garrison in trouble. Cross-court pass. Here's Jasper Johnson. Step through, puts it into the left hand.
Good balance right there by Johnson as he was able to take on a little bit of that contact and still able to knock it down. You're going to go. You don't have the option to go back and continue to play. So when you do have the ability to be compensated in college, it is a plus for players.
Nifty move there by Jasper Johnson, who just continues to grow and develop. The Tulane transfer Cam Williams now leading the break for Kentucky. Jasper, catch and shoot 3.
Shot there by Jasper Johnson, but it's been Kentucky getting a piece of the paint with their dribble penetration.
Jalen Lowe, zip out Johnson, regathers, hits a 3. Johnson in his bag tonight with 18. Changes need to be made. The overhaul comment was heard loud and clear on his radio show just the night ago. Jasper Johnson knifes to the cup. He has 19. One of the top 4 seeds in the upcoming college football playoff. Both made it into the field of 12. And the SEC well represented. Jasper Johnson having a breakout night. 22 for the young freshman.
Rashad checked in. He said, hey, if I'm going to start, I'm going to change the dude.
That's his game route. He can make them step out deep. 14-3 of the year.
A lot of shots, and Kentucky looked like a complete basketball team.
Robbie, you played the guard position as a player like Lowe. How do you manage that injury throughout the remainder of the season as Johnson hits his first 3? Kentucky by 3. Johnson, so much open real estate, and puts it in with ease.
Knowing Aberdeen has 2 fouls, he's not going to foul him. Just takes it straight to the basket.
Kentucky with time to go 2 for 1 here at the end of the half as Johnson locates a flying Ortega Owe. Kentucky stretching the lead back to 5. They've been tested all game long. Working into their action. Johnson, step back 3. Oh yeah! Pretty move from the freshman.
Sport is always a great way to boost spirits and add a little pleasure to life.
And Johnson adds some pleasure to this Cats fan base.
The adjustments.
It was not a foul on Mississippi State. They had to correct the shot clock. 13 to shoot. Johnson a three. Kentucky leads. You see preseason player of the year. Epps cannot respond. Johnson coast to coast with the left hand.
Beautiful decision, Jasper Johnson. He had a full head of steam, and notice he had the mismatch with a big backpedaling.
Double overtime win over A&M. Career highs in both points and rebounds. Johnson puts up a three, and the lefty drops it through.
Well, you can't let him shoot it from the catch spot.
Misses the three. Right now, the Volunteers on an 11-0 run. Jasper Johnson will end that. Boy, is that a nice-looking shot.
Well, that's Kentucky in transition, and even though he was 1-on-2, Kentucky's got some matchups they can take advantage of right now.
Screened by Diamante. Johnson, the lefty, up and in, and he's had the last two buckets, or two of the last three buckets now for Kentucky. Perry switches on to him. Aberdeen finds Chandler in the corner.
Good job to chase him off that three-point line.
Chandler, nice pass. Johnson in and out of his hands, gets it back, and hits. A broken play, but they finally get a basket.
And not an easy shot by the lefty Jasper Johnson along the baseline.
This is a three. Gamble there. Chandler comes down with it, and now Kentucky can try to run some offense 5-on-5. Johnson, two more. He's got a dozen, and it's a 10-point game.
Away against Dia. Ortega on the floor with the two fouls now for the Wildcats. Here's Johnson, a lefty three, off the window.
I guess the bank's open early in the morning here in Lexington. Oh, that's
now,
old school.
But now I know why he's the guy that threw the ball to Marino at Baton Rouge, too. I don't know if Colin's got any quarterback play in his past. How about Johnson? He's got 5 for Kentucky. He's their leading scorer. And Garrison blocked it that time.
Great defense by Garrison. Get that shot out of here.
Johnson a three.
Stopping and popping. Johnson and Johnson, I see you, young man. You come off the bench with some energy. We talk about taking threes. He said, today is my day. Whoa. And then when in doubt, believe in myself. Transition three. Johnson this morning.
10 to shoot. A three. Missed everything. Yelovich the rebound. Third try in the possession. Johnson.
Right on time. Aberdeen's air ball. You catch it, you find the hot hand from the first half.
Virtually every single way. And it's also been a message sent back by Vanderbilt. Yeah, I know we lost 3 in a row, but don't count us out quite yet.
9 points, 4 of 4 shooting. Nice kick out. Diabate's three, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Moreno. Johnson pulls up and connects.
Now how about Mark Pope? He's gone with Johnson. Johnson's got 2. He's keeping that freshman in there. And
Diabate into the corner for quick three, and that's good for Jasper Johnson. What a start for Kentucky. 5 of 8 from deep.
Flush, and then Jasper Johnson says, I couldn't catch and stick. How about I give you a little step back instead? Cash.
A little late getting to the offense here with 4 on the shot clock. Forsythe off the glass. And rebounded by Kentucky. 7 assists on 8 buckets for the Cats. Johnson steps all the way through. Nobody stops the basketball.
Not the prettiest transition play, but I'm glad Chandler has some big-time hops. Caught that high pass.
Game. He's going to jackhammer that ball inside. What a find from Estrella to Brown. Jasper Johnson works on the big man, lays it up and in. Again, left and lefter. You've got to sit on that left side and make 2 in white do something else.
What they did against Georgia and what they did against A&M. Jasper Johnson. Wow, banked it in. It counts for 3.
Well, he's going to get one off, a shot, and he checks in about once every 2.5 minutes.
I'm seeing Lee's confidence in Clavshar's shooting ability. Still a game, though. Only 8. The deficit for Johnson, who
Steps into a three, and that was money. Good job, Jasper Johnson. A good call by Mark Pope to get Jasper Johnson.
Getting some extended minutes here tonight. Runs into a shot blocker and finds Noah in the corner. Back to Johnson, floater. Got it.
I like the way he's playing in the first half. Based on what we saw at shoot around, Mark Pope preached, make that extra pass, get in the paint, use your pivot work with that rolled ankle.
Aberdeen goes baseline around James. Freshman can't knock it down. Garrison kept it alive. Another chance for Jasper Johnson. And he makes good on the mulligan. First three of the night. He's 4 for his last 7 from deep.
Starters, you can't just play 5 guys 38+ minutes.
Johnson only played 8 minutes in the South Carolina game, and he was in and out of the Auburn game quickly, but that's what he can do, fill it up from deep. They're at their best when they make you speed up, especially as a shooter, and bring chaos to the court. Here's Jasper Johnson, the freshman, into the three.
Yeah. We're static when he was named their head coach. Rick Pitino swears by him. Then they show Pitino what he's running from when he beats St. John's.
That's a contested three for Jasper Johnson.
Into Welco, and they're just going to force him to play over the top. Backside's got to be there when they recognize the mismatch.
He had a double-double against Texas A&M in triple overtime. Jasper Johnson
On Saturday in the half court, therefore, run good offense.
Great defense there. Moreno, Jimmy, with a big block.
They are playing hard, Kentucky.
Jasper with a finger roll.
Rafi, when he comes in, he's going to get a shot up about every 1 minute and 30 seconds. He's a hungry kid.
Try to just milk the clock. Watch out, picked off by Johnson.
Things he noted when he was talking about Iowa State was the leadership of Taman Lipsey. And guys, we've seen that today, a flawless performance.